So you're thinking about moving to Gilbert, Arizona. Well, in this video, we're actually going to take you inside of the computer and show you around everything you need to see on a Google map. That way you can get a good idea about the different neighborhoods, see what's close by them, and how far it is to get to the airport. I'll kind of walk you through all of that. Stick around to the end for some insider tips to getting around Arizona that you definitely don't want to miss. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about living in Phoenix, Arizona and surrounding areas like Gilbert, Arizona, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Ann, my partners Christina and Greta. We just love helping people just like you make their move here. So whether that's 9 days or 9 months, feel free to reach out. All our contact info is below. We'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Arizona. Let's jump in the map and get started. All right, here we go. We're diving in deep onto the map to explore Gilbert, what's in Gilbert, what's around Gilbert. So let's start. First of all, you've got to know Gilbert's 288,000 people as far as population goes. It's just shy of 70 square miles in area, and you can see it in the map outlined in red. And so we're going to start out by looking at airports, where they are in juxtaposition to Gilbert, and how long does it take to get to those airports. So first off, our largest airport is the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport, where all your major airlines fly into. And in Gilbert, from the north end of Gilbert, you're talking 15 minutes on the top side, maybe 22 on this end. When you get to the middle, you're talking about 25 minutes to the airport, and on the south end, 40 minutes. During traffic times, you're going to always want to add a half hour to those times. So how do we get there? Lots of great freeways going through Gilbert. From the middle, you're going to catch this 202 to the 101, go straight up to catch the 202 again. Remember, it's a loop. In fact, if we take this 202 and we go due east and then north, we can go all the way around and get to the airport. So if traffic is hairy going west, you can do the north route and skip that traffic. Now, if you're on the north end of Gilbert, you can just catch Highway 60 right here, hit the 101, then to the 202, boom, right into the airport. Now, there's two other airports that I want to talk about. One is the Phoenix-Mesa Gateway Airport. That is for your discount airlines, Allegiant and Sun Country. You can also store your smaller aircraft there as well if you're an airplane enthusiast and have your own plane. You can also fly out of Chandler Municipal Airport, and that's where your smaller aircraft can be parked. Now, note, to these two airports, you can see they're really close to Gilbert. They're not in Gilbert, but they're right on the west and east side. And you're talking 5 minutes to 15 minutes, depending where you are in Gilbert, to get to those airports. Next is, I'd like to talk about shopping. And there's some really great shopping in Gilbert. We have the SanTan Marketplace and Town Center right here with over, are you ready for this? Over 140 shops, 140 shops. You have your big box there, like Dillard's and Macy's, and all varying types of stores that you would see at a mall, except it's an outdoor mall. You also have your big box, Costco, Walmart, Target, those types of stores are all there. Home Goods, Marshalls, great shopping area right off the 202, right in the center of Gilbert. Now, there's another shopping area right here, and this one's actually called the Crossroads Town Center. It bleeds over into Chandler right here. Big box stores that you can get to shop at, grocery stores, etc., all right there. You also have Superstition Springs Mall, which is right up here north of 60. You can see it here. That's an indoor mall, has about 130 to 150 stores, restaurants. It's a great place to shop on your north side of Gilbert. Last but not least is your downtown Gilbert. It's a very popular area to go, and it's right here. There's about 15 restaurants here. Great place to go for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and also to the theater. Howley Center Theater's right here. Also, the famous Gilbert Farmers Market is right here. Last but not least is their Historical Museum for Gilbert, located right here off of Elliott and Gilbert. So that's a little bit about the shopping in Gilbert. Now let's talk about outdoors. What are fun things to do that you can do outdoors and enjoy those 300 days of sunshine that Arizona gives you? And there's a lot of things to do right inside of Gilbert. So we're going to take a look at one of my favorites, and it is the Riparian Preserve and Water Ranch. And you can see why it's called Water Ranch, because there's 7 or 8 lakes. This is a great place to go boating, fishing, get on kayak, and go birding. 300 different species of birds here. Last but not least, my favorite is the observatory. So you can at night observe the night sky right there. This is 110 acres. That's how big this is. Wow. That's one of my favorite places within Gilbert. But also, as you can see the greenery around Gilbert, they have over 37 different parks. And in these parks are places for you to go to sports venues, whether there's soccer fields or baseball fields. There's also paths and children's parks to play at, and sometimes walking paths and hiking paths. So 37 parks, 600 acres of them, and 40 sports fields are all within Gilbert at these fields. There's also a 10,000 acre regional park right outside of Gilbert, and that is called the, are you ready? SanTan Mountain Regional Park, with hiking trails, horseback riding, and mountain biking. There's a couple other things I want to show you that's outside of Gilbert, that's not far, 30-minute to 45-minute ride, that I want to mention that you should know about and enjoying the outdoors in Arizona and around the Metroplex. First off is our saltwater river. That you can float down on inner tubes in the summer. You can kayak it and paddleboard. There's a herd of horses that are descendants from the 16th century horses that were brought by the Spaniards when they came exploring Arizona, that are just beautiful to see. There's also Saguaro Lake. Are you ready? Canyon Lake, Apache Lake, Lake Roosevelt, built in 1911 to provide water for the valley. This is over 80,000 acres of water. Last but not least is Lake Pleasant at 10,000 acres of water. All of these are pretty close. Let's start with going from Gilbert to the Salt River. That's 30 minutes. Woo-hoo! Going up to Saguaro Lake, maybe another 15, 20 minutes beyond that. Now, and you just take this 202 and it takes you right to the river, or hop on the 87 Bush Highway and that gets you to Saguaro Lake. Now, if you want to go over to Canyon Lake, you just catch the 60, go up Highway 88, takes you right there to Canyon Lake and to Apache Lake. Last but not least, Lake Roosevelt is about a 2-hour drive, and you just go all the way on I-60, catch 188. You can boat there, you can camp there. And Lake Pleasant is about a 45-minute drive. You're going to want to catch that 60 or the 202 that takes you to the 101 to the 17, all the way up to this road called Carefree Highway. Yep, just like the song. And you can enjoy Lake Pleasant. So there's some lakes, there's some trails to do. There's lots to do in the outdoors in Arizona and around Gilbert. Now we're going to move on to talking about homes. And let's talk about homes in Gilbert. Right now in Gilbert, we've got 512 homes on the market, and it is a seller's market. So sellers own the day as far as negotiation goes. And there's a lot of great priced homes there, though. Let's see. This one shows you've got your horse right here. You've got 3 different corrals. You've got a backyard with mature trees. And the reason they're mature trees is because this was built in 1979. 2986 is the taxes, very low taxes in Arizona. We're famous for that. Price is $1.15 million, 4-bedroom, 2-bath with 2,350 square feet, just over an acre. So let's take a look. So 1979, this home is very indicative for what it looks like on the inside. Got the sunken in living room. All the flooring looks new. Original cabinets, they're probably solid wood. Original saltillo tile in the utility room. Very indicative of the 1970s. So it's $1 million home, but you've got a whole acre. You can have horses. Great property, great find. Now let's head to Seville. And this is an area that was built in 2013, 15, etc. It's a gated community with a golf course, a private golf club, and clubhouse. And this particular house, built in 2013, the taxes are $4,800, just shy of $1.3 million, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,700 square feet on 0.2 acres. Let's take a look. So 2000, oh, I wanted to show you this. Look at this, the SanTan Mountains right behind this development, which is in southern Gilbert. Just beautiful. And this house is right on the golf course with a 3-car garage. Beautiful plantation shutters. Gorgeous home. Now, remember, when you're looking at homes in Arizona, you're not only looking on the inside, you're looking on the outside, because 300 of our days are beautiful, and we are enjoying actually most all 365 outside in your backyard. So you want to make sure the backyard has the kind of things that you're looking for, like a pool with waterfall, with maybe a hot tub. This one happens to back up to the golf course. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's even got some fire pit there. So notice this house. No grass, no mowing on this one. Love this house. All right, let's move on. We're going to look at a house in Power Ranch, and this is a remodeled home, and it's only $545,000. Take a look at this. Taxes are only $1,700 a year. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, just shy of 1,400 square feet. Let's take a look. Now, what I love about this home is, for the price, you're getting a completely remodeled home. It's a brand new home. Look at that. Gorgeous. Oh, and they show you the pictures of what it used to look like. So they did a fantastic job. And they put tile in. Keeps it cool in the heat. And then the last but not least is the backyard. Notice they've got a built-in barbecue, and they've got a hot tub above ground. So what I want to note here is that half the houses have pools, half the houses don't. This is one of the homes that does not. And this one is on the islands. And what I love about the islands is it's on the water. So very popular area, built in 1987, 5,372 on taxes. Just over $1 million at $1,050,000, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,800 square feet on 0.32 acres. Let's take a look at this home. Oh, did I say the year? Yeah, 1987. Let's take a look. So in 1987, you've got the sunken-in living room still. I actually filled mine in. You've got painted cabinets with new hardware. You've got the same original tile. New flooring. Looks like the vinyl flooring, yeah, original cabinets. Look at that backyard. You've got a pool, and guess what this is? That's right, it's the entrance into the water. And there's your pontoon boat. Actually, they have a little paddle boat. And that's a view of being in the islands. A very coveted, great location in Gilbert, further west, up north. And there's several areas in Gilbert built on water like this. Val Vista is the other one that's really, really popular. I love Gilbert because of these two developments on the water. They're very, very popular. Let's take a look at new homes. And new homes are still being built today in Gilbert, though there aren't many left areas. So this one's a 2024. No, that's not the right taxes. It'll probably be more like 2035. Just under 700,000, 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,640 square feet. Wow. Let's go take a look. Now, it's not been built yet, so they're going to show us what it's going to look like. So you've got a 2-car garage. You've got 1 bedroom down. Love that. And then on the second floor, you've got 4 bedrooms, including the primary bedroom, and then a loft, which is great for having a second living area for the family. So that's a look at the houses in Gilbert. There are many, many wonderful master plan communities that have been created in Gilbert. All of them have playgrounds, parks, etc. Just a wonderful place. Now, I saved the best for last because I know that you want to find out, okay, what else is there in Arizona and around the Phoenix Metroplex that I can go check out. And one of the things that I like to cover is, hey, we have ski resorts. Is that right? In fact, we have 3 of them that I want to point out to you. So let's do that now. If you like to ski, there's one up here in Snowball. There's another one right here in just outside of Show Low called Sunrise. That one's a bigger one. It's got 2 mountains. And the last but not least is Ski Valley down in Tucson. So to get to these ski resorts from Gilbert, you're just going to catch that 60 or the 202 over to the 101, go north on 101 to the 17, straight up the 17th all the way to Flag, and then right past Flag on 180 is your ski resort. It's pretty much a 1-mountain ski resort, but it's one of the most popular on our tallest mountain in Arizona at Mount Humphreys, which is 12,639 feet elevation. and it's about 2 hours and 15 minutes from Gilbert. The other one is right here in Apache Sitgreaves, just outside of Apache Sitgreaves National Forest on the Apache Reservation, and that's called Sunrise Resort. Now, from Gilbert, you're going to take Highway 60. Just due east, north, and you're going to hit Show Low. That's where a lot of people stay the night. They'll get a place in Show Low or Pine Top Lakeside, and then it's a 30-minute drive to the ski resort. You could go in a day, but that would be 3.5 hours one way just to get there and 3.5 hours back. I've actually done that when I was younger. And the last ski resort, you could go a couple different ways, probably the 60 like here, and then come down through Florence to Tucson. Unfortunately, you've got to come all the way through Tucson to get to the ski resort and back up Mount Lemmon. And it's a 3.5 hour drive just because of that loop that you've got to do to get to the ski resort. It's a smaller ski resort. People still take ski at it in Tucson. So those are your three. But if you said, Annie, I want something bigger, a bigger ski resort, bigger mountains, we got you. So I'm going to show you where those are and where Arizonans like to go skiing. So let's start with Black Diamond Skiing, which is in Taos. And to get to Taos from Gilbert, you're going to take this I-60 and then head north to I-40, straight I-40 all the way out to Albuquerque, and then north to Santa Fe and to Taos. That's about an 8.5 hour drive. A lot of Arizonans like to go there for a longer weekend and ski at Taos, and it's got the Black Diamond, which people love. Now, there's a couple other ones that I want to mention, and one is Telluride right here in Colorado. The other one's Purgatory, and from I-40 from Gallup, you can just catch that, go straight to Cortez, and north on Cortez to Telluride. The other way to go is you can go that same route, cut over to Durango, and then up north to Purgatory. So those are two great ski resorts that a lot of Arizonans go to. Now, if you said, Annie, skiing's really not my thing. I really would like to go to the beach. It's one of my favorite, and I hear you got an incredible coastline. You know what, we sure do. We got a great coastline. And guess what? It is only 5.5 hours. And you can pick your beach. So let's do that. Let's go from Gilbert. You're going to catch this 202 to the I-10. You're going to go straight out the I-10 in. And at some point, you're just going to pick your beach. San Diego, you're going to go this route. Huntington Beach, Long Beach, or Santa Monica Pier. These are all 5.5 hours away. And of course, as you know, there's 50 other beaches that you can go to and choose in your drive out to the West Coast. A lot of Arizonans own property or stay on the West Coast for their vacations. There's another place that's closer though, and it's Rocky Point, called Puerto Peñasco in Mexico. And from Gilbert, you're just going to take these back roads to Highway 8, straight down across the border to Rocky Point. That's right, 3.5 to 4 hour drive. You are sitting at the beach, one of my favorite beaches in all of North America, 20 miles long, 100 feet wide, with sand dollars the size of this, with shells that you can pick up. It's beautiful. And it's only a 3.5, 4 hour drive from Gilbert. So we've got beaches, we've got ski resorts, but we've also got some really famous things, right here in Arizona. Let's talk about those, because I know you're asking, Annie, how do I get to those? And that is the famous Grand Canyon. So the Grand Canyon is 280 miles long. And from Gilbert, you're just going to catch that 202 or the I-60, go north on 101 to I-17 to Flagstaff. Once you get to Flagstaff, you'll take that Highway 180 to Highway 64, and boom, you're at the south rim, 7,000 feet elevation, deer everywhere, pine trees. You can hike trails down into the canyon. You can hike on top. There's pathways that you can bike. It's just beautiful. Now, you can go to the North Rim, and from Flagstaff, you would take 89, Highway 89, cross over just south of Page, cross over the Colorado, and come back down to the North Rim. And the North Rim's 1,500 feet higher in elevation, 8,500 feet elevation. It's beautiful. There's a North Rim lodge there that you can stay at, floor to ceiling glass, eat dinner, breakfast, lunch while you're looking over the Grand Canyon. It's absolutely stupendous. The South Rim has many places to stay as well. Grand Canyon is got something for everyone, and it's just fun to go to. Now, the other place that's famous in Arizona that everyone goes to, you know what it is. It's where all the red rock is, and that is Sedona. With all the red rock, it's absolutely beautiful. From Gilbert, it's a 2 hour drive tops. You're going to catch that 101 again, north on I-17. You're going to take exit 179 to Sedona. What do you got there? You got shopping, tours of the red rock, hiking. You can mountain bike. You can go swim in Oak Creek, go up Oak Creek Canyon. Absolutely beautiful. It's only 30 minutes from Flagstaff. Take your kids to Slide Rock. It's a blast. Check it out. Now, last but not least, is probably something you're saying, hey, Annie, how far is it? I know you're looking at it right there, and that's Vegas. Yay, Vegas, yay. To get to Vegas, it's a 4.5-hour trip. I would take this Highway 202 loop, 101 to 93. And 93 takes you up to I-40 to Kingman, and then 93 again into Vegas. You're talking a 4.5-hour trip. Zip, zip, easy peasy. Enjoy Vegas for the weekend and come on home. A lot of people do it. I've done it many times, and there's a lot of conventions there that we go to. But if you said, Annie, I like to gamble, but I don't really want to go far from Arizona, do you have places in Arizona that are near Gilbert? And yes, we do. I'm going to show those to you right now. There's actually 4. Ready? Talking Stick right here. It's got a resort with a golf course. Casino Arizona. Wekopa, got a golf course. And Resort Gila Resort. Outlet malls are right here. This one has a golf course too. 4 of them. Look, 20 minutes to the Gila one from Gilbert. Also to Casino Arizona, 30 minutes to Talking Stick. Up to Wekopa, you're probably talking about 30, 35 minutes. Those are 4 resorts that you can go and gamble at, golf at, eat at. They have restaurants and enjoy. So I've shared a lot about Gilbert, what's in it, what's around it, and what's around Arizona. I hope that helps you in making your decision to move to Gilbert. Have a great day. Well, that should give you an idea of what you can find in Gilbert, Arizona. And also, as far as walking around on the map, kind of gave you an idea of the proximity of where things were. Whether you are moving in 9 days or 9 months, be sure to give us a call, shoot us a text or email, and we'll be happy to help make that move to Phoenix or Gilbert or any other suburb here. Until next time, hope to see you around town.